Okay, my name's Savannah Hemmisberg, and I am talking to you today about improper placement in special education. So first I will be reading my problem statement. Special education has seen a growing number of improper placements with the emergence of more children being diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and mood disorders, which causes dysregulated behaviors. This is a problem because students are unable to receive the highest quality education that they are entitled to in the safest environment, most conducive to their learning needs. If the problem is not fixed, we will have many students with lower academic achievement in both general education and toward their IEP goals, higher rates of behavior problems with students acting out due to not understanding grade level content or relating to their peers, and less availability to the individualized instruction that special education students desperately need. Improper placement is extremely important because its impact spreads far wider than one student or one classroom. It has a domino effect amongst other special education students who cannot receive their proper placement because theirs has been filled by someone else. It affects general education students because many special education students exhibit elevated behaviors due to lack of comprehension or overstimulation in a general education setting. It also affects teachers because caseloads are too large and proper supports are not given. On the following pages, you will see my methods of research. One way that I used was empathy maps. I interviewed several education professionals, and out of those education professionals, I chose 4 of them to produce empathy maps for. And I took these empathy maps. We use our senses to kind of, exactly what it says, empathize with them and get an understanding of their needs better. I also utilized how might we tables. So in this particular one, of course, my problem is special ed students are being improperly placed. And my how might we question was, how might we create more learning environments for our students? I used NABC tables, which stands for need, approach, benefit, and competition. So these are placed in different quadrants. The need is always the same here. I have my idea in the upper left-hand corner, which is higher wages or signing bonuses. And you can see that I filled in the rest of the quadrants based on that need and idea. I also conducted independent research on things like federal and state laws and regulations, statistics specific to education, and research-backed benefits and consequences on different concepts in special education. My study limitations involved a fairly small research group. I only have my own district to go off of. And I work at one elementary school out of 5 different elementary schools. So that's a small sample population. Additionally, there is the potential for bias because I'm personally vetted in special education as my career, and I do have an emotional attachment to this issue. Results of my how might we tables. I came up with sign-on bonuses for special ed teachers with multiple endorsements needed by the district. And I thought that these could be, used if they promise to work for the district for a certain amount of time as a way to retain teachers. Also offering competitive pay compared to neighboring districts or districts across a certain state to attract more teachers to a certain district. We do have teachers leaving the profession due to pay, amongst other things. So competitive pay could definitely help retain more teachers and maybe get more teachers entering the profession. More full-day resource rooms. I propose actually one in every school building to offer that support for students in between that need general education. That are too low for general education, but don't need necessarily a self-contained classroom. More paraprofessional support. There currently are not enough paraprofessionals either, and one-to-one support would be great for students who may be struggling. We also need better evaluation processes and for teachers to be included in all meetings regarding incoming students. The results that I found in my NABC tables, I produced 3 of them. Those were for the teachers being part of the child study teams, higher pay and sign-on bonuses, and more extended day resource rooms. The results of my A/B testing were quite lengthy, but to shorten it up a bit, I do have one student who he elopes from his classroom, meaning he runs out of class very often when he's feeling overstimulated. He is involved in self-destructive behaviors quite often. He's self-injurious. He is aggressive towards other peers. He doesn't do any work. And I tried out a full day in my classroom that has less than 6 students in it at a time, typically. I initiated a first work, then break schedule, and he actually did 5 times the work that he gets done in his general ed classroom. We had no behaviors, we had no eloping, so it did work very well. My recommendations are the strategic hiring and retaining of qualified teachers through sign-on bonuses and competitive pay. With the increased teachers, we're filling those vacancies and hiring extras if we can get them, which I think that we will if we're able to increase those wages there. We can then implement proper testing and evaluations, and having one full day resource room per building to get students in the proper environments that they need. And I honestly believe we will see students thrive in those environments. Thank you very much.